Good morning, Sunday fun day. So it's very cold in upstate New York. I'm not sure where you are, but as you see, there is a fire going behind, and I thought that today could be a nice day to practice close to the floor and do more stretching rather than active stuff. So I hope you enjoy that, and let me know in the comments. DM me if you have questions. Let me know what you'd like to see next if I do another IG live. So for today you can get 1 or 2 blankets, or easier, 1 or 2 folded up towels, and I have my husband's belt here. If you have a strap, a yoga strap, I don't have one because I'm not at my regular location. So before further ado, let's move first. Set ourselves up on a blanket or on the folded towel, whatever it is, so that we are a little more elevated. And I have my right shin in front of my left shin, and then my hands on my knees. So let's come to a few nice warm-ups for the spine. So as you exhale, move back, round your shoulders, and then come forward. You can all practice what I'm doing regardless of your yoga knowledge. It's very intuitive stuff for the most part. So give it a go, and then just move around in a circle. These circular movements are borrowed from the Kundalini tradition of yoga. They do a lot of that dynamic movement, and move the other way around. And it's really like a cat and a cow here. As you move forward, you extend forward your spine, and as you move back, you round. Good. And bring your arms around and up. Hook your thumbs and reach higher. You want to move from one side to the next. Try to lengthen each side of your waist. And then we're going to twist towards the right side. Bring your right hand behind, lift through your chest. And you want to turn, activate your belly as you turn. Then reach your right arm up and over towards the left side, and keep that right hip heavy as if you had a sandbag on it. Cross at your elbows, and then take a bow forward. Relax your neck. Move your chin from side to side. Lots of tension around the neck most of the time. And then we're going to lift the elbows up and bring the hands together for eagle arms, or you can have the hands on top of your shoulders. Let's move the elbows towards the right side. My upper arms are parallel to the mat or close to that, and send your gaze towards the left side. So elbows to the right, gaze to the left. And the other side, elbows to the right, to the left, gaze to the right. And let it go. Shake it out. Let's bring the other shin forward. Sit at any position that's good. You can do that on a chair also, so don't shy away from it. Bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, arms forward, rounded spine, chin towards the chest, and then reach up with your gaze, with your arms. Stretch it out and round. We tend to be always in a rounded mode because of the winter too. We feel cold, so it's good to stretch and lengthen, and then twist towards the left side. Right hand on the left knee, left fingers behind you like a little tent. You want to Bend your right elbow to deepen the stretch, if you like more of a stretch. And then see that your hips are nicely rooted down as you lift up through the crown of your head. Reach your left arm up and over to the side. Keep the left hip down. You can even bring your hand down on your hip crease and push it down and away from you. That way you get a deeper, longer stretch through the side. And then cross the left hand to the right knee. Eagle arms once again. It's good for the wrists if you do eagle hands, but if not, hands on the shoulders. Move the elbows side to side, and then move your elbows to the right, chin to the left. Elbows to the left, chin to the right. Hands to the center, around yourself. And let it go. We're going to come to hands and knees. As I said, we're only doing things on the ground today, so it's your lucky day if you feel a little bit tired. And the winter kind of zaps us out of energy, so it's hard to get motivated to do very active things. So we're going to come into a child's pose. So bring your knees apart, as far apart as you like. You can also bring a towel or blanket in between your knees and your thighs. And then sit your hips back as far as they can go. Bring your forehead down. And take a few breaths here. You want your breath to be kind of like a massage tool here. Imagine on the inhale, expanding the back body, the side body. And then let your exhale move out. And again, inhale through the front body, move the breath to the side body, to the back body. So you're really operating on a 360 mode here. Bring your left hand to the left side of the mat, and then maybe the right hand on top of the left. Keep your hips nice and heavy. And now fill the right side of your rib cage, like it's an accordion. And walk your hands to the other side. Left hand over the right. Left hip heavier. Breathing into the left side. And then come up on your hands and on your knees. Inhale for a cow pose, straight arms, chin up. Exhale, round your spine, look down towards your knees. Inhale once again into a cow rather. Always mix those things up, I don't know why. Round your spine. And then tuck your toes under, sit back into your heels. And move your hips from side to side. Let's warm up the feet a little bit. And then bring your hands close to your knees, point your toes, sit on your hips, bring your hands behind you, and if you like, lift your chest up or also lift your hips up. We're going to move through those two poses. Bring your hips down, bring your hands forward, tuck your toes under, and move your heels towards the ground, and then lower the knees down. Point the toes, slide your hands behind, and come into a prep for camel pose. One more time. Bring your hands forward, tuck your toes under, lift the knees off the mat, bring your heels towards the floor. You feel them stretch in your calves, your Achilles tendons, and bring the knees down. This time, keep the heels underneath, and if you like, you can lift up and come into the next version of camel pose, pushing the hips back, lifting the chest up. You can also look for your heels, unless it's too early in the practice today. and let's sit back down. Now we're going to sit all the way and in fact lower all the way down. The heels are under the knees. Let's press the feet down and slowly lift the hips up for a bridge pose. And then very slowly lower your hips down. Take your time. Lift your legs all the way up. And bend the knees. Rise into that seated pose with the arms up, the chest open, the spine long. And let's go again. Round yourself down. A little bit of abs engagement. Hips down, feet down, hips up. Lower the hips down. Bring your legs up. And then lower your feet down and slowly rise. You can use your back side of your thighs to come up. And one last time, let's go down. Move the heels a little bit closer. Lift your hips up. Lower the hips down. Legs go up. Feet go down. And you come all the way up. Good. Let's take now a belt, or if you don't need the belt, don't take a belt. You can use a towel as well. Some stretches for the hamstrings. So bring the left knee in and move it from side to side. You can use the belt to bring on along the under the toe mound of your big toe. And then you can stretch the right leg forward or keep the knee bent. It's up to you. So point and flex your foot. If you don't have any prop, just hold your leg and point and flex. And then take the belt in your left hand and open the leg towards the left side. Now your right hip will want to lift. Try to keep it down by bringing your right hand on top of your right thigh. Stay here for a moment. Breathe into wherever you feel the stretch, probably on the inside of your left thigh. And then bring your leg up. Hold the belt again. And now we're going to move the leg towards the other side. So now I risk getting burnt by the fire. So let me move a little bit towards the left. Bring your left arm out and see how far you can let your leg go down. Mine is going straight into the fireplace. But you know what I mean. You can bend the left knee, of course, to on the way down. It's a very, very big stretch, so breathe here. You're probably feeling it along your IT band, and bring your leg up again. And come back into the mat. Bend the knee into a little half happy baby. So you can grab the back side of your thigh or the outer edge of your left foot and bring the knee down towards your left ribs. And then bend the right knee and cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. That's a lying down figure 4. Press the left knee away from you. Keep that left foot flexed. And if you want a little more juice, bring the right leg up. You can extend the right leg up if you prefer. And keep pressing that left knee away from you with your left elbow. And see if you can relax the shoulders. And you can bounce a little bit from side to side. And then you can open your arms and bring your left foot on the mat. And with your right hand, you can gently push the left knee forward and away from you. These are rather deep stretches, so take your time and don't force anything. Especially if you feel pain, just back off a bit. Good. Bring both knees in. Take a couple of circles around. We'll do the other side. So left leg goes straight, or you can keep the knee bent. Grab the belt. Bring it over the ball of your right foot. And then keep your arms straight. Keep pressing the foot into the belt. You can point and flex. You feel it in your hamstrings. You can pull your foot towards you a little bit. Just test it out. See what happens when you move the foot. You evert, you invert. Different parts of your muscles engage. And then open that leg to the right side. Right leg to the right. Maybe the leg finds the floor, maybe it doesn't. You can also place a towel or rolled up blanket under your right hip and keep that left hip down as much as you can. Way down with your left hand. And breathe into the stretch. That's the main idea. Then with the muscles of your inner right thigh, lift your leg up. You can micro bend the right knee as you move the right leg to the left and your gaze towards the left or the right. Take a couple of breaths here. Again, I'm personally feeling that on my outer thigh, my IT band. In addition, you can place the heel of your left hand on top of your right thigh and push gently the thigh away from you. You'll feel an extra stretch there. And slowly let go of your belt, put it on your side. Figure 4, right ankle over the left knee. You can flex the right foot and press the right knee away from you. Or you can lift the left foot off the mat and either straighten the leg or keep the knee bent and push the right knee away from you. And sometimes these hip stretches cause us to tense our jaw, so keep the jaw a little bit loose, move it from side to side. And then lower your right foot towards the left side. Bring your left hand inside your right knee and again push it away from you. You feel it in your outer hip or maybe somewhere else. I'm just talking from my personal experience here. And then come back to the center and let's go all the way up to sit. So a forward bend, but before that we're going to move a little bit through forward bending and extension. So you can keep your hands behind you as you round yourself forward. Shake your head. And then you can bring your feet down, hands behind you, and lift your hips up. Tabletop. Lower the hips down. Bring the soles of your feet together and lean forward. And then bring your feet down and lift your hips up. And lower again down. This time we're going to hold that butterfly pose for a moment or two. Keep your back rounded. You don't need to keep it straight. Relax your head and your neck. Slowly come up. left leg goes forward and right knee bends in. I'll do it on the other side so you can see. So right leg is straight, left knee bends. It's like tree pose on the floor, Janu Shirsasana. And you come forward. You can keep the right knee bent if you like. And find that stretch. Use the breath to ease the stretch, to soften the edges. Slowly come up. Bring your right forearm on top of your right shin or on the floor. Keep pressing into your left thigh. Stay there or bring your arm up and over. Maybe you can grab your toes and look underneath. These things take time, sometimes depending on the length of your hamstrings or the actual length of your arms and legs. Sometimes our physical proportions are against us in some of these poses. Bring your left hand behind and lift your hips up. And lower down, either side. Left leg forward, right knee bends. Bring your hands on each side of your left leg and start with a knee bend if you prefer. And then make your way forward. Forward bending means different things to different people. Some of us can be very, may have tight hamstrings or not, so it doesn't look the same. So it's better not to look around, just to focus on your breath. Relax your shoulders again. Notice if they're tensing for no reason. And now come up. The left forearm goes on top of the left shin or inside the left shin. And then the right hand on the inner right thigh. Press down to open your chest. And an option to reach for your toes and look underneath. Slowly come up. And let's come into a cow's face pose, which means I'm going to turn towards you. The right knee is on top of the left knee and the heels are away. So if this is not an easy pose for you to take, you can sit cross-legged. Otherwise, this is obviously a deeper stretch for the hips. So you can bring your hands on the floor or on top of your feet and then let gravity lead you and see how far you can go. Relax the shoulders. Maybe the chin can be over your knee. So the practice we're doing today is great as a standalone for, you know, a leisurely Sunday, which I hope you're having. You can do it after a run. You can do it in the evening before going to bed. And let's go to the other side. Cross the other leg over. See if both sides are even or not. They usually aren't. Just make sure that the left hip is sitting as well. So walk your right heel away from you. And then stay up or drop your head and see what happens. I like to place my chin over my knee. I find it quite relaxing, but it depends if you can get there easily or not. With time, you always move forward, that's for sure. Just breathe into it, a little patience, and you'll get there, if you're not already. Slowly come up. And cross your legs. Reach your arms around and up. Join your hands together overhead and bring your hands down towards your chest. And again, inhale, reach your arms up. And bring your hands together in front of your chest. So this was our 30-minute practice for today. I hope you enjoyed it.